I'm Logan Franklin. I'm GAT. I chose GAT Sport because they're a highly established, reputable brand whose mission is to take the athlete to the highest level. This resonates with me because my ultimate dream is to become a Mr. Olympia champion one day. GAT Sport has devoted over 20 years of bringing the highest quality products to the market, focusing on performance and life extension. I am Logan Franklin, the Texas Oak, and I am GAT Sport.
Ready?
Yep.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another awesome episode of Ask the Texas Oak, brought to you by GAT Sports and starring the Texas Oak Classic Physique superstar, Logan Franklin, all the way from Texas. Please welcome Logan. What's up, Logan?
What's up, Ron? Thanks for having me on.
Congratulations. You are now a married man. Congratulations.
Yep.
A beautiful wedding. Where was that? You had did you guys go to Hawaii or something it looked like?
Oh, no, we were in Miami.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good enough.
Yeah,
Close enough. Yeah, great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I like to see American world culture and society with husbands and wives and kids. I like to see that. I like to see the family unit preserving, because I'm old. I'm curious. How old's your dad?
My dad, he's 60. He was born in 59, so okay. 60.
Yeah,
about to be 64. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's my generation. He's 10 years. I have siblings even older than him. So congratulations. You're doing the right thing. You're keeping society going the way I like to see it. So anyway, I want to touch on the Olympia real quickly, because I know it's been like a month now, but I haven't talked to you since then, and I haven't heard much about it. I know you got very, very ill and had to pull out at the last minute, which it broke. My heart was breaking for you, because I know you qualified for that in, was it November 2021?
November 21, yes.
You won the Sean Ray Hawaiian Classic. So you had over a year. You had 13 months to get ready, and you were, hoping to show the best physique version of yourself ever. And then, man, because how we all found out, because we're sitting at judging, I'm looking at this massive sheet of 60 names, and I'm waiting for you to come out. And like, this guy comes out, that guy comes out, and like, where is he? Where is he? And everyone's like, where's Logan? And I was so sorry that you weren't able to do it, but shit happens, life goes on. I just want to ask real quickly, what's your plan? Because now I guess you have to qualify again, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it sucked. The whole ordeal was very disappointing. I cried for 3 days after it. Literally, I couldn't stop fucking crying, because just all the work that goes in, and just thinking about, like you said, a whole year's worth. I actually made a post. I screenshotted it afterwards, because I was like, when did I start my prep officially for the Olympia? Like, when did I go, okay, every day counts? In December 22nd, I said, phase 1 of my prep begins. So
1 year.
Yeah, because we broke the year down in different phases of like, okay, this is what we're going to do through this time, and then through this time, you know what I'm saying? So forth and so on. And every day that passes, just thinking about one moment and putting all that work in and all the effort, creating a routine that I was very excited to present, and just how I was feeling, with my progress leading into the show. So, I was very disappointed and having to make that decision. But, some things we have to make very hard decisions to move forward in life. So,
yeah.
But
so do you have any idea what show you might want to do? There's obviously the season hasn't even started yet. We're just in January.
Well, I'm officially coaching myself now. So I've been having to try to figure out what day would work best for me, because I'm also a family man. I'm a father, and I can't just compete year round like I used to years ago and do 3 or 4 shows a year whenever during the year that I want to.
Yeah. I
basically need to time my shows. I need to plan accordingly. So therefore, my show can lead into the bigger show, and it's all basically done together, and not have to, put my family through multiple preps throughout the year.
Yeah.
So,
later in the season.
I think that, what's that?
So something later in the season, I guess.
Yeah. So I was looking at what was later. Originally, whenever I was thinking about this, like, what would I do? I was like, I want to come out there and prove myself that what I can do. And the Arnold is just too close. You know, I needed to take a break. I actually have only trained 4 times in the last 5 to 6 weeks. You know, if you count the week before the Olympia as not training, because I went to the gym for 30 minutes, then that week I was off. That would make 6 weeks that I've been to the gym 4 times. So going to the Arnold just wasn't in the cards for me. You know, also having a full long year, I needed to allow my body to rest. I'm not one of these guys that's just going to keep going show to show and do this for years and years and years. That's how you run your body down and you eventually fall off. So I want longevity. I'm doing everything I can to practice what I preach and stay healthy. So, you know, by doing so, like I said, I got to really plan this out. So, before I got into all that, I kind of just went on a real, I can't remember if I said I wanted to do, what I was looking at was the New York Pro.
Oh, okay.
Because I won the New York Pro again, but
amazing.
counting the weeks and how long it is till there, and then how many weeks until then to the Olympia, I would have to do 2 separate preps. So, because the Olympia is 24 weeks after the New York Pro, and that makes me go, shit, you know,
What about Legion Sports?
I counted it.
No, I believe that's May, but I'm thinking like September at the earliest, but maybe October. I know Legion Sports is like just a couple weeks. I think that's one of the last qualifiers in the US.
Oh, I picked a show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I can make it official right here. I haven't signed my contract or anything, so I guess it wouldn't be official, but I plan on winning the Texas Pro.
Ah, there you go. So, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's right here.
Yeah.
In not the hometown, but home state, you know, in Dallas.
Yeah.
And I lost that show by 1 point back in 2021. So I think it would be a good show to go back there and get some redemption. And then the Olympia will be 11 weeks after the Texas Pro.
Yeah.
And then I'll be doing the Hawaii Pro, Sean Ray's Hawaiian Classic, November 20th. So that'll be 2 weeks after the Mr. Olympia. So I can basically just prep for those 3 shows and knock them out. Bam, bam.
Yeah. And maybe pick up qualification for 2020. Geez, what year are we in now? That would be your 2024 qualification if you win the Sean Ray show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Texas. Yeah. Great show. You did it before. Freddie and what's
Freddie Nadeau and
Sheila?
Sheila.
Sheila. I think it's Sheila. I can remember Freddie pretty easily. That's an easy name. I think it was Sheila. Yeah, you've been to it before, but I thought they did a fantastic job. They actually changed it to I don't know if it even matters whether it's tier 1 or tier 2 anymore, because they got rid of the point system. So, but I think they bumped it up to a tier 2 show from tier 3. Yeah, so they're recognizing they do a hell of a job, as you saw when you did it. So I want to talk this month about the coaching thing, because when I saw that post about you're going to be your own coach, I know a lot of people were probably seeing that and going, "Oh no, you can't coach yourself. Logan's screwed. Yeah. This is the end of Logan." But you know, me being older, I came up from. We were just talking before we started recording. I came up in an era where we had Rich Gaspari, Lee Haney, Lee Labrada, Kevin Levroni, Sean Ray. So many people did fantastically well at these shows for years and years, winning Olympia titles. Dorian Yates. These people never had coaches. You know, they coached themselves. They learned their bodies. They learned everything they needed to, all the different variables. And, you know, I think there's this attitude now that because coaching has become such a big business, and there is a use for it. I'm not saying coaches all suck. Don't get, you know, a lot of people can gain a lot of benefits from having a coach, especially in the early stage of your career. But I think a lot of people after a certain point can coach themselves. You know, what's your feeling on that? How necessary are coaches? Does it matter if you're at a certain level?
Well, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head. You know, I think coaching is definitely a very beneficial thing, especially for those getting into the sport and trying to figure out, you know, how to be on a diet and how to train properly, what protocols to do, and all this and that. Having a second eye that's right there, and I guess someone that's going to become an emotional support person. Yeah. But it seems like, you know, I don't know. It seems like I've been doing this for a good amount of time that I, like you said, I think I can do this myself. I'm a little bit nervous, a little bit scared to do it, but but I know I can. You know, I know I am experienced enough in what I've been doing, and I'm capable. So I'm ready for the challenge. I mean, this is just that one other thing that's going to make me eventually, ultimately become better at what I do, is just putting everything on myself, you know, betting on myself, and you know, that will just force me to keep myself even more accountable, because I don't have someone holding my hand through the process. But yeah,
So let's break it down into, you know, how you can be your own coach. So I guess the first thing is off season. Did you normally have someone working with you in the off season, or did you always handle that on your own anyway?
Well, I mean, I had been coached by Milos for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. And then before him, AJ Sims for a couple of years, and then before him, Cash.
Yeah.
But the entire time, you know, I kind of still communicated with the coach, you know, throughout the year.
Yeah.
However, you know, my dieting, I basically, I mean, I know what I need to eat. I know what I need to eat. I know whenever I need to eat more, or if I need to eat less. I know how to eat to gain and eat to lose, you know? So, all of that basically is on lock. It's what I really needed a coach for, was all the protocol stuff, and you know, getting my body to peak and peaking on show day. But you know, unfortunately, I have to say that I still truly feel like I've never been peaked with any coach that I've ever worked with. I've been close. Like I would say that the closest I've been was with Milos at the Arnold Classic.
Okay.
But you know, I've never truly stepped on stage and gone, holy shit, I'm full, I'm shredded, and I'm dry, and everything is popping. I've never had that wow feeling on show day.
Well, let me ask you this, because now you got me curious. So let's say the 2022 Arnold, was it last year's Arnold?
2021.
2021
Yeah.
Arnold. If you feel that was the best you peaked so far, how different is that look that you showed there versus like the way you looked maybe a week before that? How much different did you really look?
My fullness. My fullness. I lost a lot of fullness, even within the last 48 hours, you know, so it's got to be something what's going on, you know, the last minute things, the manipulation, the trying to, you know, do crazy much more amounts of sodium, and just, you know, all these different variables going, you know, anti-estrogens or whatever the peaking protocol is, you know, diuretics, what have you. So,
well, so now I'm wondering, you got me wondering, Logan. So you looked better a week before than you did at the show, right? Correct?
When at the Arnold Classic?
At the Arnold, am I right or no?
At the Arnold, I would say I looked my best the day before what would have been weigh-ins, or the day of weigh-ins.
Okay.
So that would have been the day before the show, 1 to 2 days out, because I did training with Milos, and everything was just, I did like a set of like press flies, and my chest just blew up. But backstage, I can't even get a pump, you know? So that tells me that my body it doesn't have the glycogen. So something happened. The fullness wasn't sticking.
Well, I mean, you know, I know I'm probably oversimplifying things here, but maybe if you backtracked what you did 2 days so that you would have looked like that 2 days later. I'm being ridiculous, but because now this is up to you now. Now you're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
I know you got videos, pictures, notes, and everything, but you know, that's probably, is that going to be your main tool? Because now you probably have someone else who's going to be able to look at you in a second or third set of eyes, I would hope. But you know, how do you plan to be able to peak, you know, doing it on your own now? Because you've always had someone telling you, take this, drink that, eat that, lay down, get up, pose, don't, you know.
You know, I'm gonna stick to controlling the variables that I can control, you know, staying as stress-free as possible, making sure that I'm resting, making sure that I'm posing, making sure that I'm training and squeezing the muscle properly, and not doing anything crazy with any crazy changes in the last week. If I'm looking excellent the week before, I'm just going to continue the process in. no last minute yanking of carbs and stuff like this. If my body's looking on point, if I'm full and I'm shredded and hard, why adjust anything? But I don't know. That's what makes me a little bit nervous. Like I said a bit ago, is because I am doing this for, well, I lie. I coached myself for my very first show.
Oh.
It was an NPC show, a men's physique show. I mean,
Still,
I was absolutely peeled, but I was super flat. You know, I got my protocol from bodybuilding.com. You know, I drank distilled water and stopped drinking water like 36 hours before the show. So I did everything wrong then too.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to make mistakes leading into the future. But, you know, life is about making mistakes and learning from them. And that's what I plan on doing. If I do make the mistakes, I plan on learning from them and just continuing to get back up and giving everything that I've got until I achieve what I'm after.
Yeah. You know, I'm not going to put down coaches in general. I think there are some awesome coaches out there and they do wonderful work with a lot of people. But I do see so many, even at the Olympia level, this is the elite. These are the best competitors in the world, various divisions. A lot of people are not peaked right. And they all have coaches. I know they're all working with somebody. So these are all experienced people, which leads me to believe that even someone who's a mastermind of a coach, it's still iffy whether they're going to be able to peak somebody. And especially they might peak you perfectly one show, and then the next show, they might try the exact same protocol, everything exactly the same. And for whatever reason, either you spill over or you flatten out or something's not going to work exactly the same. It's so tricky.
Yeah. I don't know why it's so hard to peak the body, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm still trying to peak myself.
Yeah.
So, just going to control the variables that I can. That's the best thing that we can do.
So, you know, like I said, I think a coach, one of the most valuable things about a good coach is that they do have a really experienced eye. Somebody like a Milos or Cito, all these people who are the top coaches, Hani, they all have that eye where they can look at you, you know, based on just progress pictures or video that you send them and say, no cardio today, or you need to do extra cardio today, or cut your carbs in half today, or only have one carb meal today. Who is going to be able to, you know, because they're seeing things in your physique that maybe it's hard for a competitor. When you look at yourself all day, every day, it's hard to really see what's going on. Do you have people around you that can be that second or third set of eyes to say, no, you are full, or, you know, just because your mind starts playing tricks with you toward the end?
Oh yeah, definitely. It definitely does start playing tricks if you're looking at yourself a lot, like I do. I mean, especially if you're posing and doing what you should be doing, you're seeing yourself. The best part is just trying to stay out of your head in that process. So it's all mental, but having a second set of eyes is very important. You know, I have my wife, so I know she knows what she's doing in terms of dieting, and maybe, you know, she can see my skin. If my skin's not thin enough, that's basically what I need to know. Is my skin thin enough? And am I striated? You know, do I look dry? Am I popping? You know, all these things. I can get some simple feedback. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. You know, I think, you know, these coaches, these gurus overcomplicate things, and they get to the point where they've added in so many things that now it's basically like it's an experiment, you know, and every time it seems like we're experimenting something new. And if it works, fuck yeah. If it doesn't, then shit, we got to go another year, guys. Well, I'm sick of going another year. You know, I'm 31, and you know, I'm starting to enter my prime, and I've got a family, and I'm not trying to do this, you know, until I'm 40 and keep having these situations happen. I've never in my life had to pull out of a show. So I can't allow that to happen again. So like I said, I'm putting it all into my hands now. So therefore there is no excuse. If there is anything that happened, it's on me 100%. And I know that at the end of the day, no matter, you know, whether I do this and I peak myself and then I get fucking first place, or if I get dead last, I know that I did the best that I could.
Yeah.
And I've done the best that I could to this point in my life anyways, but I've always given it to a coach, you know, that maybe isn't here in person and sees me every single day, but just sees like a FaceTime video or uh, a progress video that might not always tell the full story.
Yeah.
You know,
So you've had a few coaches, so this isn't singling out anyone in particular, but have there been times in a prep, especially toward the end, when they told you to do something, you were really not cool with it or unsure about it, and you ended up being right where it didn't have the effect that they thought it would have?
you see, I've tried to always not think about, oh, is that going to work? It might not work. Because whenever you start doing that, that's the whole mental thing, and it could throw it off. So I've always told myself that, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to follow the plan. And therefore, if something goes wrong, I can at least say I followed the plan. And then if it doesn't work, then something happened with the plan. It wasn't the lack of effort or consistency or discipline, or hard work, whatever. The effort, hard work, same thing, but rather something needs to change in the plan. And that's what I've done my entire career. So yeah.
So are you a little apprehensive, a little afraid to do this on your own? Are you excited, or is it a mixture of both?
Oh, it's a mixture of both. I'm definitely excited to see what I'm capable of. I love challenging myself. That's why I moved from men's physique to classic and put my whole career on the line. Like, am I gonna make it? Yeah. He's not gonna make it in classic. That's what they always say. Now I get to classic. Oh, I get to classic. He can't pose. I start posing and winning best poser awards. He'll never make it to the Olympia. I made it there twice. However, I didn't get to compete once. Yeah. Now I say that I'm going to coach myself, and I have people saying that this is my end. Like, oh, the beginning of Logan's end. How many times do I got to hear that in my career? So, it's just another one of those things, people yapping in the wind. It's all noise. Yeah. I'm a professional, and I'm very dedicated. I'm disciplined, and I have a hell of a lot of passion for this. So that's all I need right there. And I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sorry, I'm losing my voice because I've been at the LA Fit Expo and all these things.
That's right. That just happened.
But yeah, I'm just going to continue giving everything I've got, and no more rolling the dice. No more rolling the dice.
Yeah. So one thing I'm curious, and obviously we never name names, but when you made that post about coaching yourself, did you get any private messages from any other coaches saying, "No, Logan, I got you. Come to me"?
Oh, I mean, since the Olympia happened, the day of the Olympia, whenever I wasn't on stage, I had people messaging me. And, at that time I was like, dang, should I consider working with a coach? Who would I go to? But in my head, Milos was my last coach. In my head, I was like, I want to be coached by Milos. I was like, this is the guy that we're gonna go all the way with. And now that that's not there, it's I don't want to do the whole process again. Yeah. I don't want to have to go through the whole learning my body again, getting to know another stranger again, and connecting, and I just, it's time for me to take charge of my career,
Yeah.
So
you know what, guys like Sean Ray, Dorian, they've all, when they've talked about coaching themselves, they said nobody can ever really know your body as well as you anyway. You can work with a coach for a long time and they can get to know a lot of things about you, but they're never going to know your body and how it responds to things exactly as well as you, because you don't have anybody else to worry about. Some of these people have a dozen or God knows how many clients. They're trying to keep it straight. This guy doesn't like fish. This guy's very carb sensitive. This one holds a lot of water. They do a hell of a job trying to keep all their athletes straight, but still, now you're really going to be focusing. But while we're on that note, you've also let me know that you're going to be taking on clients and coaching people.
Yeah, just a few, man. I'm not trying to have anything crazy. So it's just another thing. I don't really do anything throughout the day work-wise other than invest and trade and stuff. Yeah. Hang out with my son, and then in competition prep, all the competition stuff and posing and creating ideas of how am I going to create my next routine and all these things. So it's at that point where, it's like, why not try to give back a little bit of my knowledge and help some people coming into the game. So if I get started now, maybe whenever by the time I'm done with competing, I can pick up that a lot more, and it'd be a much easier transition.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's like 20-year-old kids at my gym who are making a living as coaches. So I think you'll be.
I don't
you'll be
understand
okay.
that.
Yeah,
I don't understand that, but you know,
don't get me started.
Anybody can be a coach on social media nowadays. You know, we're in the era of information overload. You know, everybody knows everything about everything, it seems, or their way's the right way. So you just got to be careful who you go to seek that knowledge from.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to hear you're taking on this challenge, because I honestly think you're going to have such a rewarding experience, particularly if you end up looking better than you ever looked before.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not to put down the other people that you've worked with in the past, but it shows that you had this ability inside you all along. You just needed to cultivate it and learn more about your body as time went by. But you know how your body reacts to this food, that food, different elements in the protocol. And, you know, hopefully you paid attention these past few years on all these preps.
Oh, I have been.
Yeah.
I have been. I've been very coachable. And, you know, that's what I've tried to maintain and I'm still learning. You know, I still learn every day. I'm still learning how to freaking target and squeeze muscles and stuff too. So I never will think that I know it all or know everything, whatever. Yeah. You know, someone's going to have a different way to view something, and you'll be able to take something from that and put it towards your own. So,
yeah. Cool.
So always learning.
Well, we'll be in touch. We do this video every month, so we'll be keeping track of your progress. Of course, you're good with your social media. You don't hide away from the world. You're out there. Yeah. So links to his social media are in the description, guys. And you have a YouTube channel too, right? Logan Franklin?
Texas Oak.
Texas Oak, even better. That's your cool nickname. Why not keep using it? So yeah,
why not?
So yeah, really looking forward to seeing how this goes. And I have a good feeling about it, Logan. I think it's going to work out very well for you. I really do.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot, Ron. I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that has been another episode of Ask the Texas Oak, presented to you by GAT Sports. And that's another episode that we're grateful you watched. But please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, turn on notifications, do all that good stuff. And we appreciate it. So that's it. We will see you right here next time. Thanks for watching. Hey, did you like that video? Smash that like button, subscribe to MD, and please comment down below. Thanks for watching.